All right, everyone, today is a very exciting day because not only am I watching my very first historical epic film, but I'm watching my first Kurosawa, and that is Seven Samurai, released in 1954. If you're new to my channel, my name is KL. This is where I watch movies and shows for the first time and share my reactions and reviews with you. And I just want to thank you so much in advance for the comments that you will leave below. I love reading them. I love getting to know your favorite characters, your favorite moments, maybe things that I missed in the first time watching, which is usually the case, behind the scenes info, all that stuff. So thank you so much for joining me today. The reason I'm watching Seven Samurai in particular is because I wanted to do a historical epics poll over on my Patreon. There are a few epics made like after 1990 that I have watched, but I've never seen any from before that time. So I threw up a poll with Seven Samurai, Lawrence of Arabia, The Bridge on the River Kwai, and Ben-Hur. I do know that there's some other very good epics that I didn't put on the poll, like Gone with the Wind, Dr. Zhivago. These are all movies that I want to get to eventually, but as with all my polls, this one was a vote on what I watched first, and Seven Samurai got 36% of the votes. So thank you so much to the patrons for voting for this one. Going in, I obviously know that we're gonna have Japanese language and English subtitles. The subtitles will be visible for you all in the edit, so you don't have to worry about that. And we've got a very long run time, 3.5 hours. So that directs me to the Patreon plug. If you would rather watch my whole reaction, no cuts at all, the whole entire 3 hours, 27 minutes, you can find that over there. Link is always in the description in the pinned comment. Just make sure to bring your own copy of the movie over. And I will note that there will most likely be a watermark on this edit just because Japanese copyright. And I want to make sure that my channel does not get removed because Japan, yeah, they're brutal with copyright sometimes. So hopefully that's fine. And yeah, with that, let's go ahead and press play. Oddly considerate. We already took their rice. Let's leave them alone. We'll come back. Ah. All right. You can bring back the news. Aw. He's like, I don't want to be part of that. I agree. I don't want to fight. I don't know what he's going to be for begging. I mean, they did say they'd be back in the fall anyway. That guy's like, oh my god, really? We'll hire a samurai, okay. Find hungry samurai, okay. Yeah, true. True. I mean, you can try again, no? Yeah, he's like, we still got time. He's determined. He's either gonna find or he'll become one himself. Which I don't know if that's possible. What he has looks a lot more appealing than horse shit.
侍雇えねえと思ったら他にどんな方法がある？よし、わかった。
Gotta look to him.
コブセンと談合するとして、今年は何を出して談合するだ。おめえんとこの娘出すつもりか。シナべっぴんだってな。どうしただ。何事だ。
嘘だ。納屋の中にいるだ。騒いだもんで逃げ込んだ。
A thief.
盗人は何人？一人だぞ。一人？これだけ人が集まって盗人の一人くらい。
Well, maybe.
この家の子供に引っ掛けて逃げ込んだでよ。手出しすりゃ殺すつう手をあめいてるだ。ほれ、聞こえるだべ。
A baby. Also sick.
よりはせん。子供がさぞひもじかろうと思うてな。握り飯を持ってきた。
Ah, okay. Sorry, I was a little confused. Man's like, all right, all good. Killed him first with kindness. I love the four in the back. These guys. He's like, this is our man. He's just one though. We need 6 more, right?
ただ合戦には随分出たが、それもみんな負け戦ばかりでな。要するにただそれだけの男だ。そんな不運な男についてくるのはやめた方がいい。
I don't want to say that.
何かご用か。
What do you want?
お主侍か。侍よ。どうかな。
What's this guy's deal?
何者でしょう？
構うな。
I like how they haven't questioned the group of 4 that's been following them this whole time.
私なら百姓に竹槍を持たして。
それは考えての上だ。
しかし先生、
これは戦遊びとは違うでな。相手は信氏とはいえ40騎だ。侍を2人3人集めても背にはつかん。
Will 7?
守るのは攻めるより難しいでな。どう少なく見積もっても足を入れて7名。
7人くれならなんとかな。
貴様は4人つってただ。
なあ、だとも3人くれ。
They have to ask the old man then.
沈め沈め。はいとこ首くっちめよ。その方が楽だぜ。ゲロ、口を慎め。何言ってんだよ。本当のこと言っただけじゃねえか。
I don't like that guy.
やめんか。おれ。
自分たちは低くて、おめさんたちで白い飯食わしてんだ。百姓にしちゃ先輩なんだ。何つってんで。
よし、わかった。もうわめくな。おろそかには食わんぞ。
All right. Annoying guy had a point.
おーい。満蔵大隊帰ったぞ。おい、満蔵で帰ったよ。
Yeah, they've been gone a while, I think.
貴様4人つうだで、俺は反対したと思う。
ユニオンは仕方がねえと思っていただよ。
Well, if you have 7 really good ones.
百姓の甘っこら侍に目がねえし、侍に甘っこ取られたら村は収まらねえし。
のぼせりころ
Yeah, I was like, that's what you're worried about?
首が飛ぶつんのに、ひげの神経してどうするだ。
Who cares if the village girls ogle a little bit? Have they even seen samurai before?
陸地に身を隠して上段に構えろ。あの浪人が入ってきたら思い切って撃ち込む。やります。おい、
Do it.
遠慮はいらん。存分に撃ち込む。
Really love the music in this movie so far, by the way.
お見事。いや、実別かますか。島田官兵衛様をすまん。実は司祭や
It's like a
連達の
test.
死を求めてある。
Yeah, okay.
ことと次第によってはこのままでは済ましませんぞ。いや、平に平に。実はお主の腕を見込んでの話じゃが、近く野牛相手に一戦後だっての是非もない百姓の頼みでな。百姓？さよ。
Farmers are the backbone of a country.
まずその間、腹いっぱい飯が食えるというだけ。バカ！拙者の望みはもうちょっと大きい。
See the bigger picture.
ご再考願えんかな。
断る。
Well, shit. Maybe he'll think it over and come back.
惜しいことをしましたな。あれほどの見客を。
We keep seeing these sandals, these hanging sandals in shots. I'm not sure that I know why yet. Okay, looks like a mean fighter.
また最善の通り。
まあ、お前の修行の足しにな。
Man has like a permanent expression on his face of like, I don't even know if I can make the face. No, I can't. Mmm. Can you see the shadow? Hey! Welcome aboard.
どうしたよへ。ごめん盗まれた。
Seriously? Was it that dick? It's been fucking running his mouth in here.
ほら、あの亀出て寝てたりよ。
貴様生きとったのか。わしはもうてっきりこの世にはおらんと思ったったな。
An old friend?
金にも出世にもならん難しい戦があるんだが、ついてくるか。はい。今度こそ死ぬかもしれんぞ。
He seems fine with that. Okay, so we've got 2. 3, technically. This is the guy we need.
よし。
人はだいぶ切られたかの？はよ。切り出したら切りがないでな。ところでは主、野口を30人ほど。
In exchange for an all-you-can-eat buffet, pretty much.
やばんまいよ。
I feel like the movie just got extremely quiet.
残念。相打ちだの。違う。拙者の勝ちだ。
I do think he hit him first.
よけ。伝えたきなら何とでも言える。
Okay, here we go.
無益な。勝負は見えておる。
I love that pretty much all we can hear is just like birds chirping. Well, and then this guy, he yells. Yeah, that went about as I expected it to. I think he feels the same. Okay, but was the guy that just died, was that the second man that we had picked up?
ただいま杉尾。
But maybe that guy was really good. He will come and join.
少々使います。
A modest warrior of the one job school.
明日は国へ立て。ここ4、5日はいい修行になったはずだ。
お願いします。あのお方もぜひお願いします。
いやしかし。
まあいいではないか。
Yeah, I feel like he can.
働くぞ。
Yeah. He seems determined.
大人扱いをしてやればの話だ。では勝代を大人扱いすることにして。
I guess he's like a teenager, maybe.
先生、
よしよし。
先生。
おいおい。
Okay, so we have our 7, it looks like. Oh my god, brother.
一人とっても強い侍見つけたんだ。大喧嘩してよ。歯が立たない。あんなの見たことはねえよ。まるで山犬だ。今来るで。
Worth checking out.
引き出しだよ。おい、お侍。
まあ黙って見ておれ。一方の侍なら撃たれはせん。
だってよ、酔っ払ってんだね。
侍
Eh,
なほど酔いはせん。
yeah. Well,
俺が殴り合ってた誰だ。
what does he know him?
やめてよ、ほら。
This man almost seems like amused by him.
よくも俺のこと侍か。ねえで抜けしやってね。すげえ。
You seem real intimidating.
この傷はだが、俺様の先祖代々の傷よ。
Maybe this is some like really well known.
よく聞け。この菊千代と申す者がお主に間違いなければ、お主は当年とって10。
Oh.
この傷どこで盗んだ？
Oh. Can we get this drunk man out of here?
どうした13歳。
What's wrong, teenager?
侍がなんだ。
Mm-hmm.
これでも侍でしょうか。
このつもりらしいな。
It'd be crazy if that guy sobered up enough and he actually was like a super good samurai.
なんだねとったま。
品の髪切れ。髪切るだ。髪切って男になった。おめえが海外行ってんだ。侍が来んだぞ。男になっとかねえと何歳かわかんねえだろ。ほらほら。
Oh gosh. I don't like that. Wow. All right, impressive.
見えんな、所長。
Okay, there's the guy.
おかしなもんで。
The drunk man who's no longer drunk.
少し寂しい。
Although, you gotta, maybe that's just his personality.
あれが俺たちの城か。
あんな小育生とこで泊まるのは間違いだ。
The location of this village, I won't lie, makes me wish that we could see this in color, just so I could see like the beauty. I mean, it is still very beautiful, but
おーい、帰っただぞ。お侍さんが来ただぞ。どうしただ。お侍さんが来ただぞ。
this isn't a good look.
おい、どうした。
Everyone's hiding, nobody's coming out.
丁重なお出迎えだな。
Stop laughing. They're all scared because they think the samurai are gonna fucking attack their daughters or whatever. Or worse.
この村のことはみんな爺様が。つまり長老だな。え、うん、長老に拝謁か。ありがたき幸せだな。
Well, I actually kind of like his laughing now. It's a contagious laugh.
ビクビクするよりもがね、今日のこともただビクビクしているだけのこんだで。
True, it is, for sure. Are the bandits here? Well, yeah, now they're out here. Samurai, please.
ノブシを見た者はないのか。では番儀を撃った者は誰だ。
Are you serious? Oh, did he do this to bring everybody out so we could actually just talk?
なんだその面。あ？安心しろ。
Okay, actually, I like this guy.
ねえら俺たちが村へ入ってきた時どんな面で出迎えた。あ？そのくせ俺がちょっとすりこぎぶったらいたら。
He makes a good point. I was thinking the same. Yeah, I like this guy. Old man's kind of pissed
文句あ
though.
るか。
いや、これ
Okay,
で
maybe not. He's like, you're welcome.
ところでお前の本名は何て言うんだ。
おめえなんか忘れたい。名前がいるなら新しく似合いのやつつけてくれ。
では菊千代がより。よく似合う。
That was the name from that family tree, right? Aw. Like he's kind of embarrassed a little bit. Can't believe he doesn't remember his real name, though. I just love the immediate collapse. Valid, though, because those logs are probably heavy as fuck. I like that he's teaching them to help defend when the time comes.
この橋を落とせば、まず東から来る敵は防げる。
I mean, the river's not very...
しかし、この橋向こうのうちはどうする。
Or is the river wider than I think?
離れは引き払うほかないな。
あの水車小屋もか。しかし、あの老人なかなか一徹だで。
Yeah, the old man's there.
貴様はこの村の者か。
The daughter who got her hair cut.
男？男がなぜ竹槍を持たん。いい若い者が花など摘んでる時だ。
I was just gonna say, you were just picking flowers yourself. You realized.
おめえ鎧と槍とそれに弓も欲しいって言ってたじゃねえか。みんなあるんだぜ。
それでも使わないか。この鎧は百姓が侍を突っ殺して手に入れた品物だぞ。
そんなことは分かってない。
それで分かって言ってきた。
まあ待て。いや、まあよい。落ち武者になって竹槍に追われたものでなければこの気持ちは分からん。
なんでもねえ、なんでもねえ。ほら、あっちへ行け。
この村のやつらが切りたくなった。
Excuse me?
一体百姓なんだと思ってたんだ。仏様とでも思ってたが、米出せじゃねえ。燃え出せじゃねえ。何の金もねえっていうか。なんだってやるんだ。
Just because they have some armor?
そんな金物作りやがったのは一体誰だ。おめえたちだよ。侍だってだよ。
I feel like this guy's just been through some shit.
貴様、百姓の生まれだな。
Yeah, to have been, because you wouldn't be this emotional otherwise.
ところでお前何作ってんだい。
旗だ。
旗？
戦の時にはな。
True that. True that.
どういうわけだこら。
これは田んぼの田の字、つまり百姓たち。この村だな。
はあ、この丸は
俺たちだ。
なんだよ、6つしかねえじゃないか。俺はのけもんか。
いや、この三角が菊千代様だ。これ。
Mm. He's gonna say, yep. Cuties.
米の飯だ。いいから食え。
だって
Aw.
菊池。はい。今腹がいっぱいだ。また後で食う。いいからお前は食え。
I hope the guy that saw them.
どうした？何か訳がありそうな様子だな。それで
Oh, he's offering leftovers. Okay.
どういうの？身寄りはないのか？
ノブセルにみんな
She's all alone.
早く知りてだよ逃れてだよあの世にも苦しみあるけだ
戦もないし、野口もおらん。
大変なことですな。おめえあの世見にか。
Shut up.
なんだって戦もどうなるんだ。
かわいそうなやつはできるんだ。
My feelings about this. Wow. My feelings about this guy keep changing. Sometimes he's fine. Other times he spouts like this, and I'm like, shut up.
しまっておけ。野口がやってくる時までな。
Exactly. Insult them. Get mad at them.
今日見たんでしょ。私とそれなのになぜそのことを言ってほしいのか。
It'll be your little secret. Unless he's about to go tell them right now. I hope not, though. I kind of just, think it's probably better that they don't know.
これ以上やるとだな。俺たちは。週明けだ。おい、ところで誰かこの中に綺麗な姉ちゃんに。
Stop. Oh my gosh.
バカバカしくって話にならねえ。おう、橋向こうのものは小僧。みんな、やんげり。自分の家捨てて人の家守るためにこんなものを担ぐことはねえ。
Aren't you a whole village?
待て。この槍を取れ。別へ戻れ。
You better listen to him.
ヨヘイはどうした？ヨヘイ、どういうことだ？ヨヘイから。
Is Yohei the young one? No, he's right there. Okay, never mind.
離れ屋は3つ。裏君の家は20だ。3軒のために20軒は役はできん。
It does come down to math, yes. Really enjoying this so far. Really enjoying this. It's not feeling as long as it is. I mean, we still have like half the, well, not quite half, a little bit under half to go. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I really like all the samurai. The drunk one is a riot. He definitely feels like the comedic relief in this entire movie, in this whole story. I really like the young one that has met the girl. I am shipping them. I want them to be together after all this is done. So hopefully that guy doesn't die. I haven't even thought about that actually. Because they're obviously building to like a very big fight and battle. And I feel like we can definitely expect some deaths. But yeah, this has been a great story so far of like showing the farmers in need, gathering the samurai, having them come here, live, start kind of training the village to defend. I really hope this is a success story, by the way. I feel like for this to be as epic of a movie as it is, the village has to win, but maybe not. I don't know. I haven't talked yet at all about like the composition of shots in this movie, but they're very good. A lot of it reminds me of 12 Angry Men. The composition in that movie was done really well, and I feel like that came out 2 years after this? or 4 years. Oh God, I can't remember. It's 1956 or 8, and this was 4. So yeah, I can't help but feel like the director of 12 Angry Men was like inspired a bit by this movie, because I can see some similarities sometimes when we're with the samurai and there's a conversation happening. Also, Red Dead Redemption 2, there's a lot of music in that game that sounds very similar to the music in this movie, which I just find very cool. Not that there's direct inspiration, but I think it just goes to show that like the more that I expand my own experiences, the more things like I'll be able to. Anyway. Harvest time. The days before machinery, when everything was done by hand.
しょこんな生食いやがった
Why did I had a feeling.
見渡したところどうも一番稼ぐのは風もんだ。お前も早く女房もらうんだな。貴様何だって怒るんだ。俺はただ女房。課長、陸長呼んでこい陸長。はい。こいつこの忙しいのに。
Kazushiro, I gotta start trying to remember names.
おめえ何言ったんだ
別にただ早く女房もらえと言ったんだが。
Maybe he had a wife already, and maybe she's not here anymore. Oh dear.
わしたちでよかったの。
Mm-hmm.
これが野武だったら今頃貴様の首を。
Get your shit together. Aw, I love that they're here. I think that was the closest the camera's ever been to our actors. You gotta go back, you gotta go back, you gotta go back.
西の道に変な奴が3人
誰も気づいてはおらんな。
はい今のところは馬さんと野口だと思います
分かっとる。
とうとう来たな。
どうして分かった？
誰でもわかる。こう。
みんな家に入るといい。野武が来たと言っても3人。いいか。決して探してはならんぞ。
There's only 3 of them now, but
侍の姿を見せてはまずいぞ。
let them see any samurai. What if they already have? Because if you've seen them, then that means they can see you back.
物見だ。間違いない。
柵を見て驚いておる
この様子だとわしらのいることは知らんな。
百姓だけの
Hopefully our friend doesn't ruin that here.
バカあいつ
おお、野口来たんだってな。ほんとこいかん。気がついたな。
Have they?
待たせ。
They beat them to their horses?
しろ。しろ。おいおい。出てこい。
All right. Easy, easy. Y'all gonna tell her to stop too, or just are you gonna let her do it?
よし汚れの敵を打たせる
Yeah.
するとあの野口の話によれば奴らの砦は
砦にはなっておらん。
穴だらけ。傭兵の桃引だ。
忍び込むのが容易だとすると
俺なら陽一をかける。とにかく相手は40騎だ。1000を越して少しでも。
Oh, they're gonna go to the bandits?
道が分かりにくいで
そんなこと言ったって馬が足らねえよ。
傭兵の馬がおる。お前が乗るんだな。あの馬を乗りこなすのは。
All right. I wasn't expecting us to go to them, but it tracks. It makes sense. If they're able to... I guess he hasn't mastered this horse after all. Oh, I feel like this horse is like, I don't want to go. I want to stay.
恥をしな恥を
Easy. Aw.
待てよな待てね
But yeah, I guess if they can defeat, you know, a few of them at least by going to them first. Why are we panning down? Okay, never mind. Oh, we were panning down to the bandits on their way to the village. That would have sucked. It's a pretty location.
おい親にみんな火つけろ逃げて出るやつをぶった切る
All right. I'm surprised she's not freaking out. What is he doing? That woman is so curious to me.
であの浜がどうしたってんだ
Is that his... Damn. Sayachi okay? No. No, he's not. Okay. Oh, man. I must have missed something. First death.
秋田秋田バカ野郎秋田
People are allowed to grieve?
野郎来やった来やった
All right. There's so many of them. This guy's so excited. He's excited. He's ready. Good shot. Do any of these bandits have arrows too?
南の12機東へ行きます13機じゃろ
Well, it was 13.
勝代今度は東だ橋が落ちたかどうか見てこいそれから
種子島
He better make it. I don't want this kid to die.
北へ行ってくれ結構裏山が攻め合いになる
しかしお主それと分かっていてなぜ裏山に柵を作らんのだ
Well, the fence would also hinder...
一つあるその隙に敵を集めて勝負をする守るだけでは城は持たん
Yeah, a fence would also hinder them being able to, you know, so makes sense.
12機こっちへ参りました早く走ろうめくらがてめえやってみるか
There's only 2 left. That's not too bad.
どこへ行くとっさま連れてくるだどこにもいねえ
とっさまこれで死ぬ気だいつも死ぬんなら水車戻す気な
Oh no. Stubborn.
槍を上げて敵の声を上げろ
Gotta get everyone in the mood. Don't run, don't run, don't run. You gotta stay.
当てるな当てるな
Hopefully nobody was in those homes.
いいじゃん俺も違う
Were they able to get him out?
救急救急
He feels responsible because he sent the family to go. Yeah, I get it. I think he feels he needs to be the one to go and check it out.
おい救急引け
Oh man.
どうしたこいつは俺だ俺もこの通りだったんだ
Oh, that's sad. And then that's even worse because, again, he was the one that allowed them to go in the first place. Rough. Great character development with him, though.
東西南 皆ダメ押しに来て方法の手で引き上げた。
But not the North yet.
よし、上出来だ。
Yeah, looks good. Are they happened right before I asked. I was gonna say, are they expecting them to shoot with the musket? Yes.
おそらく明日の朝、奴らはきっとここへ力攻めで押してくる。
So does that mean we bring everyone here?
まあ、気長に一つ一つ頭数を減らして、それから勝負だ。
それにしても種子島が気がかりだな。
Same. Same. Same.
俺が取ってくる。きっと取ってくるだ。
You want to go get one?
貴様は死ぬ気だ。俺が行く。
Yeah, I feel like that guy's a little bit more equipped, talented to go do that. Is it our friend? Or is it them? It's our friend.
二人。
Nice! And he's like, I need to rest. I need to sleep. Ah, amazing. All right. Oh, I'm happy we have a musket. But do we have ammo for it? I actually don't even know what you put in a musket. Maybe you can put anything, rocks or whatever.
あなたは
Aw.
素晴らしい人です。
I can tell he's humble.
おーい、まず一気通すぞ。おー。
So how do you let just one in when so many are coming?
いいか。一気通したら。一気飛び出してやりますわ。
Okay. Are they going to be spaced apart enough for that?
来た。
I guess they are.
また一気通すぞ。おー。
I was just reminded that like all this is happening over some barley. This is a really solid plan they have though. Like, yeah, just let in, you know, 1, 2 at a time and then have these guys take them down. I'm curious why they're not going for like the horse's legs. I mean, that's awful, but from a strat perspective, would that not be a good call?
おい、おめえ何して遊んでんこ
れだ。
もうこの手には乗らんな。
Yeah, yeah. They're gonna go back to the drawing board here. I'm worried though, they've had a lot of wins now.
あの人こそ本当の侍です。強胆で腕はすごいし。
He's so in admiration right now.
おい。どうだおい。
まったく手こずらせやがれ。
I love this.
こんなあべこべな話ってねえぜ。俺たちが焼かれてよ。
Ooh. Oh, you should have just stabbed him right when you were beside him. Nice. Okay, we got another musket. I love it. Good job. Just, yeah, don't be too loud. Oh, and she's okay. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, great. He's bringing the whole crew now. God damn it. Although we do have a musket now, so that's good. What a guy. I genuinely think he's my favorite out of everybody in this entire movie. I love him. There's been moments where I haven't, but
まあこれを見てくれ。
he's always made up for it in some way.
受けがけの公明は手柄にならん。
Mm,
動きけ。
true, true, true. He was reckless. But it worked in our favor, did it not? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Go, 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 go. Get him! Come on, ladies, you got this. Oh no, they're more scared. Oh no, okay, okay, okay. Okay. Good. Oh, Jesus. Ah, they do have a bow and arrow. Okay. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yes, yes, they did. No, that was Yoe, wasn't it? Get him! Get bow and arrow man. Slice him! Stab him! Nice. There we go. Where is everyone? Well, heck.
残るは13機。
13, that's not bad.
7つ。高くついたの。
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we will lose more people. But if we can save the farmers, make sure not many of them die.
混同してきたら勝負だ。勝負を挑むなら、こちらが疲れ切らぬうちだ。
I agree. She's like, please follow me right now. Well, so much for resting. I mean, to be fair, they need to eat too. Oh, drinking. Never mind. What's that?
なるほど。菊千代の言った通りだ。なんでも出た。
Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, over there, over there. Oh dear. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, no. Thank you. Wow.
お前の名はシノ。
That sigh was like a fuck, I don't need this right now type of sigh.
人間、明日の命がわからんとなると、ちょっと浮ついたことでもせにゃ息苦しくてかなうのだ。
But none of them know that they've been kind of seeing each other already for a bit.
という夜には、城の中でもこういうことがたくさん起きる。
Yeah, people just want to get one last hurrah in. It's very human.
みんな、いよいよ決戦だぞ。これで勝しろ。今日は存分に働けよ。ん？お前も、ゆうべからもう大人。
He's the most loosened up of y'all. Although he's probably still feeling embarrassed and ashamed, but...
残るは13機。これは、全部。
All in at once, hey? Man, that's cool that they filmed in all of this. It's the heavy rain, the mud. Get him. Nice. Cool, 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 cool. All right, this is going well. No. No. How did they miss these two? We have so many guys.
よしやった
No, 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 you're not done yet. You're not done yet. You're not done yet. These two men, these two men, these two. No. Wait, who got shot? No. No. Oh. Poor Katsushiro. His hero.
局長局長やろうや
No. 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 I hate that these two guys in here have a musket. Lives long enough just to kill him. Thank goodness. But oh man. How many are left? Did we get both that are in the building? Are they all dead? Are they all dead? There's our 7. Oh. She's like, sorry, I gotta work.
勝ったのはあの百姓たちだわしたちではない
I mean, you can definitely take some of the credit. You lost some men, but this was a group effort, truly. I'm glad that we didn't lose everybody. I'm really glad that we didn't lose all the samurai. Well, that movie did not feel as long as it was. All right, that was my reaction to 7 Samurai. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching my reaction. Time to talk about this movie, and the first thing I actually want to say is that when it comes to movies like this, sometimes I do feel a little intimidated and nervous getting into them, and not just because of long run times like this one. I'm just talking about movies that are very, very highly regarded and highly rated, and they're very much classics, and this is my first technical historical epic, so a little bit more intimidated than normal, and I think because I just get worried that what if I don't see what everyone else sees? What if I'm bored? What if, right? That's not me for this movie though. That's not me. This was awesome. And just to reiterate again what I said at the very end of the movie, how this just did not feel like its runtime, truly did not feel like its runtime. And I'll get into the story and the characters, which was a big reason for that, but also the cinematography. This movie, I feel like, was very ahead of its time. Cinematography felt very modern, to be honest. Really awesome shots in this. You can tell that so many scenes had multiple cameras, which I'm sure was not really the norm for this time period. And my knowledge of Japanese cinema is extremely low. So like, I'm just talking in general for films, but I don't know what Japanese cinema was like at the time. So I can imagine that maybe having multiple cameras might have been not normal or not common at the time for them. Yeah, just some really, really beautiful compositions in this. I still think back to early in the movie where there was those pair of sandals hanging from something, and the amount of times that we saw those sandals in so many different shots throughout the whole process of the samurai gathering, the team assembly. Yeah, it was just, I don't know. It made me think that there was something more with that, and maybe there is, and I'm just totally missing it. But anyway, it was just very beautiful, and so many moments in this movie I kind of wished it was in color. Not to say that if this has been colorized or whatever that I would watch it, but yeah, just the landscapes and the clothing and everything made me kind of wish that it was in color, but it was a gorgeous film regardless. Black and white, and so much of the lighting was beautiful in this, and yeah, it was just a very, very gorgeous movie to look at, and I'm grateful that I was able to watch a very high quality digital version of it. Thank you, Criterion. It Criterion reducing the video quality would not be expected from them. So very glad that I was able to watch this in as high of quality as I can. Although I will say that I'd love to get a 4K version of this, and then I would need a 4K TV to be able to watch it, but I definitely want to do that one day. This is a movie that I definitely want to own physically. And yeah, that's my thoughts on, oh, I forgot to mention the wipe transitions that we had sometimes. I feel like that was very ahead of its time, and I can tell that that probably influenced. I know that George Lucas was inspired by this particular director for Star Wars, and I think more specifically The Hidden Fortress, which I definitely want to watch. Definitely want to watch after watching this now. Not like immediately watch, but I want to get to that now and watch more of, because this is my first Akira Kurosawa film. So I'm very, very intrigued now to watch more. I believe that he's done The Hidden Fortress. I believe he's also the director of Rashomon. Maybe some other titles that I know of and just can't think of right now. But yeah, definitely not going to stop here with this director, that's for sure. All right, let's get into the actual story and what happened and these characters. The story itself, honestly, pretty simple, but I can tell that this movie has definitely influenced many, many, many movies to come after it, because, I mean, this movie had two very clear acts, very nicely split with a good intermission. I liked where they placed the intermission. They placed it pretty much right smack in between the whole what's wrong with the farmers and let's get the samurai, and then the samurai preparing the farmers to help defend and fight. And then the intermission, and then we had the actual bandits showing up and fighting, and here we go. So very good placed intermission. I actually took my break before that. I forgot that a movie like this would probably have an intermission, to be fair. Otherwise I would have waited and just taken my break then, but it's okay. It's okay. The start of this movie, farmers are in trouble, but at the same time, I do like that they did have stashes that they just kept very hush-hush from the samurai. But our buddy, our friend, who was born and raised as a farmer, he knew, and he had said that a long time before we actually got the scene, which I really liked, because I was kind of skeptical in that moment. I think when he said that, I was like, do they have stashes? And then also how would you know, but that was the point of that conversation, right? That was the whole point. One thing I really liked about our seven samurai is that they were all very different from one another. The leader, Shimada, right? I gotta pull up these names. Yes, Shimada. He was wonderful. He was a very, very good leader, and I liked the way that he recruited, and I just really, really liked his assistant samurai guy, Katsushiro. That's his name. Yes, forgive me. Katsushiro. Yes, he was a wonderful, wonderful assistant / samurai himself, because he was the young one. They kept calling him kid. They kept saying, "You're still a kid. You're still a child." I don't know. He felt like 17, 18 years old to me. Yeah, he didn't feel super kid-like to me, but definitely young. Super, super young. So yeah, I kind of want to say that he was probably around 17, 18 years old, but I really liked him because he was very eager. He was very eager to be there. He was eager to learn from Shimada. He was eager to partake. And yeah, he just had this vibe about him that I loved. But then, of course, I enjoyed his character and his storyline because of the romance, which I definitely wasn't expecting in this movie to have any kind of romance going on. But I'm very appreciative that they put one in between him and a farmer's daughter. And Shino is very cute. Very, very cute. I'm so happy that... I'm glad that they had a couple moments before, the romance actually got a chance to kind of develop a little bit, right? Obviously they were intrigued by one another. They met once, they met twice, and then the third time was the evening before the big final fight, where they got a little intimate. So that was really cute. I liked that I could root for something like that. So that was really fun. And the other samurai were all amazing as well. Each with, distinct personalities and kind of ways about going about things. I love that Katsushiro had kind of an idol in the group. Kyuzo was fantastic. And honestly, I don't blame Katsushiro for idolizing him, because he definitely was one of the ones that intrigued me the most, just about kind of how he went about things and such. Yeah, he was lovely. Kikuchiyo was definitely my favorite of the group though, because my feelings about him changed so much throughout all of this. Of course, we first meet him, he's extremely drunk, and I didn't even think he was a real samurai. Was he even a real samurai? Or was he just someone that wanted to partake? I still don't know. But anyway, we meet him, and obviously right away we get the indication that like he's not a real samurai, because Shimada said that still real samurai would never get themselves so drunk that they couldn't, you know, and he got smacked as he entered the room. So maybe that was the indication that like, no, he's not a real samurai no matter what. And that was like the director's way of telling us like, he's not a real samurai. So like, don't believe anything you see after this. But even still, just because you're not a real samurai, I mean, he was determined. He was very brave. He was a bit reckless, but I think that a lot of his recklessness worked out, aside from, I guess, the very end. Well, the very end wasn't technically reckless when he passed away, because he still ended up getting that guy in the end. So he ended up, yeah, he went out well. He, for me, was definitely the big comedic relief in this movie. There were so many wonderful, hilarious moments with him, and the actor, my God, his performance was by far my favorite by so much. Like, not to say that anyone else did bad, everyone did a really great job in this movie, but the performance for him just stood out to me above the rest because it was entertaining, it was fun, it was funny at times, and then for the moments where the character needed to get serious and actually like do some shit, you know, it was good. It was good. I think one of my favorite moments with him was when he went to go get the musket. He was kind of just like, fuck it, we need two. So I'm gonna go get one completely on my own by myself. And he managed, and it was great. I love that he kind of like made himself appear like a fellow bandit, you know, and got kind of close buddy with that guy, and then was able to kill him and get the musket. So that was great. But yeah, he was awesome. And then to find out that he was a farmer's son too. That scene was definitely memorable. The scene where, I mean, again, like I said in the moment, like he felt responsible because he told them, go ahead, go get the old man, you know, but then they set the places ablaze, and then he runs after them. And thank goodness that the mom and the baby made it out. Well, sorry, the mom died. I forgot. The mom and the baby initially made it out, but she had been speared. And yeah, that scene with him holding the baby and then suddenly just sobbing because he goes, this is me. This is me. Like, this is what happened to me. It was such a short moment, really. Like, one line. It was such a short moment, but explains everything that you need to know or needed to know about him, right? Suddenly clarifies so much. Suddenly clears up so much about why he acts the way he's acting and why he says certain things, and just yeah, it provided so much context for him. And I really love that we got that, and it was a good moment. It was very memorable, and I think out of everyone in this movie, he is the most memorable character for me, and I wouldn't be surprised if most people feel that way. I would be surprised if most people, what am I trying to say? I wouldn't be surprised if most people feel that way. That's what I'm trying. Wasn't sure what to, anyway. Recording these thoughts is hard sometimes. Something that I found interesting about this story is that, you know, at the very beginning, it's kind of like, okay, we've got these bandits. We have no hope of defending ourselves. We need to get samurai in to help us, right? But then we get the samurai and they come, and there's this very clear, like, divide between the two groups. Like, the villagers, it seems like they understand that they need the help, but then they kind of just have this weird vibe towards the samurai. And I do like that over time, the samurai were able to teach them how to defend themselves, teach them proper technique, come up with a really great strategy and a really great plan for defeating the bandits and fighting against them. I really, really loved that part of the movie. I always love a good, like, strategic plans, scenes, like, okay, what are we doing? How are we going to go about it? La la la. I love that they had a map. And then, yeah, we went to every single, you know, corner area of the village, and you know, got to see kind of how it would work and play out before it actually happened. So that was really lovely. I love things like that in movies, so I really enjoyed it. And in the end, I'm gonna skip over all the battling for a sec. I'll get back to it in a minute. But the end of the movie, so I know that, like, my initial reaction in the moment when he said that, like, this victory is for the peasants, the farmers, like, this was a loss for us, I didn't want to think of it that way, but I'm thinking about kind of the whole story now and how things played out. And I got to remember that, yes, the samurai essentially volunteered to do this. Yes, they were getting food and shelter in exchange, but yeah, like, the whole point of this was just to help the villagers. So he's right. In the end, it was their victory. It was their win. They lost 4 members of the group. Only 3 survived. So yeah, technically they have a bigger loss than the villagers and farmers do. Again, my initial reaction was to be like, no, this was a win for everybody, even though we did have, you know, losses. But yeah, no, I get it from his perspective. I get it. So anyway, it was a good way to end the movie with that line. As much as I didn't want any samurai to die, I did expect that we would have some losses. I'm still sad that Kikuchiyo was one of them. But again, he went out like a legend and was able to attack through his own pain to ensure the death of one of the bandits as his final hurrah. So I really did appreciate that. The fighting itself, I like that we got to follow them through their plan, right? And I like that it lasted, what, 3 days? Was it 3 days or was it only 2? I can't remember now. But you know, we got to experience it in waves, exactly like how their plan was. And I like that because we got to focus on each area of the village and we got to see their plan work and their strategy work, and it was just very satisfying to experience. So I really, really like how this fight and battle was done. It was very good. So yeah, this was a wonderful, wonderful time. I'm very glad I watched this. Thank you to everyone on Patreon that voted for this one. The other 3 historical epics in that poll, I definitely want to get to eventually. But yeah, I'm glad that this was my first. With that, I am going to flip over to Letterboxd now to see what some other people have to say about Seven Samurai. So let's go check it out. 4 stars, remarkably tactile, exceedingly timeless, physical comedy doesn't age. I have about 400,000 questions about how the fuck they made this in 1954 when it looks like that. 5 stars, Seven Samurai is more than a movie, it's history. Without knowing it at the time, Akira Kurosawa with this epic tale of samurai was shaping what future movies would be like. He was creating a new way of making action movies, and his influence is loud and clear to this day. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, you could say that all superhero movies could be directly influenced by this. 5 stars, was reading the Wikipedia page and it said that this film essentially created the like going out and recruiting a bunch of heroes trope, and then the example it gave for that was A Bug's Life, and I think that's beautiful. Man, I haven't seen A Bug's Life in many, 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 many years. I really need to do a rewatch of that one. It's been far too long. I should do that like this week. And with that, I now turn it to you and I ask you to leave your comments down below about Seven Samurai. Thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to read your comments. Let me know what Kurosawa film you would want me to watch next. I'm leaning towards The Hidden Fortress personally, but if you have a different movie in mind, please let me know. Thank you so much for tuning in. To everyone on Patreon who is supporting, thank you so much for doing so. If you want to subscribe to my channel, if you're not yet subscribed, please click here to do so. If you want to watch something else of mine, click on over here. We will see you in the next movie reaction, whichever one you tune into next. Until then, I wish you a great rest of your day. Have a good one, y'all.